The newest plane from the European plane maker Airbus has made its first flight today. The A350 is designed to meet the challenge posed by Boeing's revolutionary new fuel-efficient plane, the Dreamliner. Well, the wings of the new aircraft were designed and built in Britain, and it's powered by Rolls-Royce engines. Dave Harvey watched the flight from the Fulton Airbus Centre.
Planes take off all the time, but rarely like this. The flight crew look like they're going into space. In Bristol, slight anxiety as the wing designers watch, and then 10 years' work comes together in this.
A lot of work, arduous hours, but it's worthwhile when you see something like this today take place, and yeah, fantastic.
So surreal. A lot of people have put a lot of time, energy into this aircraft, so to finally see it fly, it was something really special.
The engineers are excited. For thousands of them across the UK, it's a big day. But to passengers, it looks, well, just like a plane. Only this one's not made of metal. It's made out of this deceptively flimsy-looking tape. Huge precision machines lay thousands of strands of carbon fibre, gradually building a 30-foot spar, which will eventually form the spine of the aircraft's wing. And then they cook it. This giant oven hardens the carbon fibre under high pressure. It will emerge stronger than steel and much, much lighter. In North Wales, the wing takes shape in this huge purpose-built factory. Just like the spars, the skin of the wing is carbon fibre too. But it's big, and to get it to France for final assembly, you need a plane big enough to swallow a wing. They call this the beluga, after the whale it resembles. And inch by inch, the huge wing is loaded on board.
We've spent 5 years developing them with the best technology in the world. We've tested them in structural testing, and totally confident they work, but they look really good in the air.
Nonetheless, the days ahead are full of risk. Boeing launched their lightweight plane, the Dreamliner, just as smoothly. But when batteries started smouldering, the whole fleet was grounded. And Airbus too have had similar problems with their own planes, the Super Jumbo, the A380.
It was late and it's had a few issues in service. I think this is probably, in terms of the business case, this is the better programme to make Airbus money. And if it's successful, it will make the company an absolute fortune. This programme is a golden goose that's going to lay lots of big cash eggs.
And 1,000 wing designers here in Filton hope he's right.
That was Dave Harvey. Later in this hour, we'll be talking to the aviation analyst Howard Wheldon to find out what he makes of the A350. Stay with us for that interview.
And this is...
Now, let's get more on the Airbus A350, which carried out its maiden flight earlier today. The new plane took off from Toulouse this morning. The A350 is seen as vital to the future of Airbus, which competes with Boeing to supply the world's major airlines. Well, Peter Chandler was the chief test pilot for today's maiden flight and said it was an amazing experience.
I think the biggest compliment I can give to what we did on the flight is that after the first few minutes, it didn't feel like we were doing a first flight. It felt like we were flying an airplane at the end of a test program, not at the beginning of a test program. It was so relaxed and so predictable.
Well, that was the moments after that test flight. Howard Wheldon, as you can see, independent aerospace analyst, fellow of the Royal Aeronautical Society, is with me. Thank you so much for coming in. Just how significant a moment is this, do you think, for Airbus?
Well, it is a very significant moment of a very significant programme which will take Airbus through the next 20-25 years in the medium long haul market. That's the one stage below the A380 Super Jumbo, but it's above the single aisle. So it's the powerhouse for the twin aisle, the wide bodied jets, and of course will compete with the Boeing 787 and indeed the Boeing 777.
I'll come back to that competition in a moment. We saw great excitement at Filton and other places. Just explain, in terms of the supply chain, what this actually means for industries here.
Oh, it's very, very important. It's crucially important. First of all, the wings are made in Broughton in North Wales. All Airbus wings for every single plane they've made have been made up there. It is a very modern complex. They've invested an enormous sum to build the A350 wings. I've been up there, I've seen it. It is, and I think you were showing some film of it a little earlier. It is absolutely brilliant. So huge investment there by Airbus itself. Then you have the engines, which are made by Rolls-Royce Rolls-Royce, and it's essentially a sole source engine supply here. Those, of course, are all made in the United Kingdom, and then a large number of other components, which go in it. The whole aerospace industry will gain enormously from the A350 program.
We mentioned that competition with Boeing. In terms of orders already for this, how is it looking for Airbus, and who is likely to ultimately win that competition, do you think?
I think firstly, Matthew, it's important to say really one wants both. You want two really strong aircraft makers. Of course, there are a number of others. So competition is good? Competition is good because it's a competition that creates or forces you to invest in new technology. That's the theory anyway, and I think it does work in practice in this industry. But who's winning? Well, Boeing started their 787 program several years before Airbus. They've got an order book of around about 800 for their equivalent 787. We've got about 613, I think, for Airbus. So that's about par for the course. For a market that's going to be 20,000 or up to 25,000 planes over 20 or 25 years, that's a very, very good start into this middle.
And it's not just building them, is it? I mean, keeping them in the air is another huge industry, isn't it?
Absolutely so, particularly the engines. The airframes don't require a lot of maintenance over time, but the engines, the power units certainly do. So that is another source of income. Airlines tend to sort that themselves.
Quick word, because the one bit we've not talked about is passengers. For the passenger, their experience. How much further does this go for them?
Well, it does go a lot further. I mean, they'll get wider seats. It's a wider complex. They will feel more comfortable inside the aircraft. It's the way forward. These aircraft manufacturers have to listen to what the airlines are saying, and the airlines have to listen to what the customers are saying, and everybody's responding here.
Okay, Howard Wheeldon, thanks for your time. Thank you.